Hey everyone, and welcome to another video review. This is the Titans Return Grotusque with Fengul and Scorponok, the two Titan Masters. It's the Toys R Us exclusive / Hasbro Toy Shop exclusive. Again, this is kind of a little later than I wanted to do things, but stuff, I guess, happens, you know. But yeah, you can see the figures here. We're going to put them off to the side though, because once again we have a box, and much like the RC, it's a big black box with just an Autobot symbol and some stuff here in the corner. Got nothing on the bottom, nothing on this side, Transformers on this side, nothing on this side, and just a bunch of warnings and stuff on the back. Just a big black box. You can open it up, and of course, there's the other stuff inside. You got the two collector's cards in plastic there. I have not opened it because I kind of like how it is. You got the two collector's cards in plastic. Grotusque and Scorponok. Also, you have little Tex Becky design stuff for all of them here. See, and of course this opens up. You see a larger version of the Grotusque artwork, and over here would be Grotusque, and on this side is Scorponok, and you can see it in the plastic and everything. An Autobot and Decepticon in a single pack. Yeah, and the Titans Return logo right there, and their names up there. So, yeah, it's a pretty cool box. It's just the only problem is on the outside it looks identical to RC. So if these ever go on the shelves, which who knows now thanks to Toys R Us situation, it might be difficult to find a copy that, you know, because you have to just kind of, well, open it to find out if it's RC or Grotusque. Anyway. Also comes with his instructions, which are the typical instructions, you know, just goes through all the stuff you can do, how to transform the Titan Masters, which, yeah, it's pretty easy. Let's be honest, it's a Titan Master. Also, the tech specs are in here as well for them. Get those. And bios. Grotusque cracks a joke as easy as he cracks a mirror. The military strategist is a top-notch fighter who can't help but laugh at everything, including his frightening and repulsive appearance. Fengul. When Fengul unites with Grotusque, he gives him an optic scorch boost that temporarily blinds and disables his enemies. Together they make the perfect pair of scarring bots with their equally revolting appearances. And Scorponok. Cruel and malicious Super Titan Master Scorponok unleashes a fusion-powered anti-gravity super fire blast boost to leave enemies stranded in despair and isolation beyond the reach of medical assistance. Okay, that's a lot of words for he hurts people. Yeah, you can see this is Grotusque. He's a pretty significant retool of Twinferno, or Double Cross as most of us know him. You can see that. He's a monster thing. One of the monster bots. I mean, he's a nice shade of, I guess, magenta? I don't know, pinkish, purplish color with white and red highlighting blue and gray as well. You also see it translucent cockpit, and that's where Fengul is right now. And then you got the little gray here, or grays with a little more of that coloring there, and white feet, and the Autobot symbols on the wings. He also has guns back here as well. And of course, he's got a little bit of articulation in this mode. He can open and close his mouth. He can't move his head side to side due to a transforms. His shoulders can move forward and back though, and outward. Although there's a kind of a soft locking point right here. He can move at the elbows, and his claws can, I guess, move up and down thanks to the hinge they're on. He's got no waist here in this mode, but his hips do go forward and back and outward quite a bit. His knees can also move forward and back and fully collapse, and his, I guess, feet can move down. Although that's not super useful. His tail doesn't do anything in this mode either, but it's also his wings can flap. Now his little buddy here, I guess not buddy because enemies and all that stuff. Scorponok. Yeah, Scorponok here. He's another one of those die-cast Titan Masters, which leads credence to the theory that there were 4 box sets at one point. But anyway, you can see he's very much just purple with a cream-colored chest and a little bit of silver there on his helmet head. Pretty much the same exact body as all the other die-cast Titan Masters. And, you know, pretty simple transformation, just, again, like all the other Titan Masters. Transform, you know, it's just fold them up. There's Scorponok's head. No Scorponok body to attach to, and some people are kind of miffed about that, but I don't know if we'll ever see a full-size Scorponok in the Generations line, but one can hope, right? I mean, we've got we have Fort Max. So it's kind of the one city bot we don't have yet is Scorponok. So who knows? We'll maybe see him. I think this is a kind of this Titan Master would look particularly good on stuff like Mind Wipe and maybe Galvatron, maybe Octone as well. That's the transformation. If that's going to put it on the side. Real quick, just compared him to his original version, Twinferno here. Well, not his original version, but yeah, the original mold. You can see that there is kind of a height difference thanks to the molding differences, but largely, but you can again the little. Most of the remolding here is on the upper ear, on the torso and head and whatnot, but down here is almost identical. The tails are identical too. The wings, same shape and everything. They even have the same guns. You can see, yeah, it's all the differences are up here on the upper half of the body, not. But yeah, it's kind of it's insignificant enough. That's pretty neat. I know apparently this guy was kind of shelf warming, but I still like Twinferno. Other people don't, but whatever. Their loss. But yeah, it's a pretty significant remold, and I like it quite a bit, actually. Inside, of course, in here, that's where you can store Titan Master. Gonna get him out, hopefully. Not as hard as Twinferno's is to get out. Of course, you can also ride on the guns here. Just untab those. Yeah, once again, just straighten those out and just plug them in, peg them in. You can ride the guns. And of course, this Titan Master. You can see again, he's got a bit of a cat head. He's got the cat head right there. He's actually got quite a bit of paint and color in this mode. I mean, there's a gray chest, but he's got purple legs, blue feet, and blue arms. It's actually quite a bit of a color there. I'm surprised. Just it looks really good, actually. And also the, I guess, sand-colored head. It just looks really good. Actually, kind of, well, reminds me of those cups with the blue and purple swirly patterns on them. Yeah, he also transforms easily. There's a Grotusque's head, robot mode head. If it will focus. There we go. There's a robot mode head. Again, this is also nicely picked out. You got blue eyes picked out, gray face, white helmet, a little blue thing right here on the crest of his helmet. It's a good face. It's also very stern looking. It's also very glossy paint, I'm noticing. It's picking up a lot of reflection off the lights. They have very glossy paint there. So that's one bit of the transformation. So here's the rest of his transformation. If you haven't already pulled the guns off. And then, of course, you got to start, well, transforming him. So the thing I like to do is fold up the feet and collapse them into the legs like that. And back here, I like to split the tail. And up here, of course, the tabs are a little stubborn, like they were on Twinferno. They're a little stubborn, but you can, get them undone eventually. But yeah, pull them off to the side, pull the tail pieces off to the side, and rotate it back to get the legs. Then take these pieces and fold them up like this. They'll clip into the leg, rotate them around to become feet, and collapse the tail pieces down to the sides of the legs. There you go. Legs are done. Now up here, what you want to do is take these shoulders, rotate them up like this, so the Autobot symbol here is facing forward, and rotate the arms down like this. Actually, you don't want to do it that way. Make sure it's like this. And then collapse these down. Take the claws, move them back onto the back of the arm, and pull the fist out. Like that. Good to go. Same on this side. Put it up like this, so this yellow bit is coming out. Move the arm down, collapse that down, move it forward, move the claw back onto the back of the arm, pull the fist out. So, and the final bit of the robot here, this is actually pretty cool, I think. You split the head right here between the gray and the blue. You split the head. You put the top half of the head here on the back. There's actually these little tabs can actually go in the same slots the guns are in. Holds it nice and secure, and you collapse the jaw up like this. Collapse the blue part down, and the jaw itself up. Puts a nice little design on the chest there. And of course, finally, That's all done. Take the Titan Master and plug him in. And you got Grotusque in his robot mode. Right, and his robot mode is actually a really good one too. I like the original version of this mode with Twinferno, and I really like it here too. It's again, a kind of a nice, I guess magenta color. It's the blue, and I like this little blue and silver piece right here in the chest here. A little all boss symbol, a little yellow here, just for, I guess, for the heck of it. Little bits of, I guess, blue on the kneecaps and the white and everything. It really pops as a figure. There's even a little bit of gray here, and you're kind of trying to get a translucent abdomen because of the cockpit. It just looks really good, I think. The head tucks away nicely. The wings, don't get in the way too much or anything. It just is a really good deluxe. And of course, like any deluxe, it's got a little Tamashii stage port right there. So you can, if you want, take a Tamashii stage and plug it in. So you can get those poses that, he can support himself with. Of course, you can take the guns. You can either have him hold it like this, or of course, split them in half. He can hold them in each hand. The one thing he doesn't have that Twinferno does, double cross. There's no like slots in the shoulders or anything for these guns to tab into. So is that? And just for the heck of it, this is what Scorponok looks like on this body. Decepticon headmaster on a Autobot. Oh no. I mean, that actually looks all right, all things considered. If you just covered up the Autobot symbols, this would actually be a decent-esque, kind of a decent-looking Scorponok, I think. Maybe remove the wings. Remove the wings, get rid of the Autobot symbols and stuff, and you got a kind of okay-looking base for Scorponok. The only problem is, well, then you're losing Grotusque while doing so. But still, it's kind of neat. Just put him off to the side there. Yeah, it's pretty... Again, I like this mold, and I think this works really well for this guy. It's a nice way to give us another monster, but I know a lot of people really wish they gave us a Repugnus as well, but they did, just small, unfortunately, for some people. Yeah, this is just, I think, again, really good use of the mold, and it works really well, particularly up here, how much change between him and Twinferno. I mean, again, from from here down, they're pretty much the same figure, but everything at the chest and arms and everything are completely different. And it works really well. Just, so you can see the shared engineering and stuff, but you can also see how much difference there is, particularly up here. Just so much right here. The transformation and everything is up here so different, and it helps really differentiate them, especially against this. He has dragons for arms instead of, normal arms. So that works really well, I think. Posability, of course, he's got his usual, ball-jointed Titan Master head, so a little bit of wiggle and up and forward and backwards and left and right. Shoulders, forward and back. Have dedicated outward thing, which can go way up if you want, and then collapse that down. He's got a bicep swivel. His elbows can bend about 90 degrees, just shy of it, just because of the molding. You can also bend the elbows back before the other mode if you want. Or just, broken elbow. No wrist articulation at all. No waist. Do the engineering here. No waist, unfortunately. Hips. This hip's cricket out of the way so he can move forward and back. Quite a bit of range there. Goes outward pretty far. You can do the full splits, which is good. Knees, not knees, not that. Thighs. Thighs first. He's got thighs. These are actually really tight on mine. Nice and tight thigh swivels. Knees, though, because of the transformation, he's got a pretty deep curl, which really helps a lot for certain poses. And his feet can swivel side to side if you need that. No side to side ankle articulation, but they can do that. So I guess you can have a stepping forward pose if you need it. If you need that, yeah. So you can do that. Unfortunately, I wish you could go side to side, which you can, but then you're just kind of moving the feet in weird ways. Yeah, again, really good. I like the mold already. This is another good version of it, and it looks good in this color scheme particularly. The Scorponok's also a nice little Titan Master. You can, if you have a figure you're willing to sacrifice, you can give him a body, or hopefully maybe wait for a actual big old Scorponok. Maybe we'll get one that's compatible with this. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Or you can just go with a, oh, he's a tinier. Or maybe some third party will come along and actually just make a body for it. I don't know. I think this is still available. They're not selling super hard at Toys R Us. They're $25 for the whole set. And for, yeah, deluxe, two Titan Master, deluxe with an extra Titan Master, die-cast Titan Master in a nice box. Again, 25, little bit more spendier than maybe it should be, but I think still worth it, particularly if you really want Grotusque. If you're not really wowed with Twinferno, you're not going to be really wowed with him either. But if you like Twinferno, you're going to probably like this one too, and you probably would not mind having all the monster bots that are available, you know. So is that, I think they're going to do Repugnus though, actually, now I'm remembering. I think there's supposedly one in the works for Power of the Primes. So yeah. I think this is worth going out and getting from for $25 or so plus the shipping. I think it's worth it personally. So yeah, that's my recommendation. Go get this guy if you like monster bots or thought Twinferno was pretty cool. This guy's a pretty cool retooling. And I know I said I was done with Titan's Return, but forgot about this guy. So I'm technically done with Titan's Return as of this, but my next video still kind of Titan's Return, sort of. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative and or entertaining, and I shall see you next time with another video review.